Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Monday, June the 24th, 2024. Monday, June the 24th. Well, let's see what's happening in GH land today. Spoiler alert, news alert. Brian Craig is returning. Morgan, look, when you don't find a body, they usually come back, don't they? Now, won't we? Well, we already know he wasn't head of pikemen, but watch him be involved with pikemen, right? He was going to be involved some kind of way. And boy, he's going to be a bad boy because Morgan was already a Sonny Jr. already. So now he's going to come back seasoned mob and just ready to tear things up in General Hospital. He starts shooting. They were saying he returns this summer. So we will see him probably in the fall because, there's usually 2 months apart from when they tape. So I can't wait. I can't wait. Now, on to the good stuff. Tracy Quartermain. Woo! Tracy held her own, but Tracy always holds her own. That's a position she's used to, is she's going to win. Finn is like, where's my daughter, Tracy? Where is she? And he goes looking through the house and he comes out because she's talking to him first. And she's saying, you know what Violet saw when she came in here? And he's sitting there. Well, look, I know it's probably a bit, it was unfortunate that Violet had to go through that. She goes, oh, unfortunate. So she showed the picture of him sprawled out in the chair, but that was a cleaned up version. She says, look, but when your daughter found you, you were on the floor amongst broken glass, laying amongst broken glass, and your hand was bleeding. There was blood. She thought you were dead. That's what Violet saw. And he goes, how did she call you? Tell me, how did you get involved? She goes, she picked up your phone and she pushed the return because I had been trying to call you, missed calls from me. And thank goodness. She says, and then when I got here, that little girl was standing over your body, terrified, vigilant, on watch. She said she thought you had died. I had already called the paramedics on my way over here because I didn't know what to expect. And he goes, well, you know what? I won't happen again. I'm going to clean up this place. I'm going to make me a pot of coffee, clean up this place, and I'm going to go get my daughter. Where is she? I'm not going to tell you where she's at, Tracy says. He goes, where's my daughter, Tracy? She goes, Violet not coming back until you get help. I'll increase the AA meetings. I'll go to 2 or 3 of them a day. She goes, no, Finn, no. We're past AA meetings. You're past that. She goes, oh, you mean the ones you already said you were going to? No, that won't do. So Tracy comes, she tells him, because now he's checking, and then he comes back. And she says, Finn, I have already made arrangements for a room. It's a minimum 90-day rehab facility. He goes, oh, no, you have overstepped now, my friend. There is no way I need rehab. And so Tracy says, let me tell you something, Finn. This is non-negotiable. You want your daughter back? Only after you complete a rehab program. You have no right. You can't force me to. She goes, I can't force you to. But if you want your daughter back, that's the terms. That is what has to happen. You can't do this to me. She goes, I'm not doing this to you, Finn. And this is what you don't seem to understand. I'm doing this for Violet. Because after what she saw today, and she goes, and already you brushing it off. You making light of it. She goes, that's not going to happen again to her. And so Finn says, okay, I know where she's at. You've got her at the Quartermain estate. I will go over there and I'm going to get my daughter. And if you all try to stop me, I'm calling the police. And Tracy just turns the pictures around to him because she had already showed them to her what Violet saw. She says, Finn, you could try. But let me tell you something. I will use all of the vast resources at my disposal to make sure that Brooklyn and Chase get granted custody of Violet. And Finn looked at her. She said, whether it's temporary or whether it's permanent, that choice is up to you. And I was like, go, Tracy. Go, Tracy. Now that's who you do not want up against you. And he just looked at her. And she took yet another bag of Violet's rolling bag of her stuff out the door with her. Right? Or that was her actual bag, because I don't think when she took her to Chase's, she didn't have a bag. That's right. She packed up Violet's stuff before she took the pictures. That's how that went. That was the bag she already had packed up by the door. And all Finn could do was sit back in the chair and looking at pictures of him, Violet, and Gregory on his phone. Now, what Tracy should have done is she should have forwarded him, text him all the pictures that she took. So as he's looking at these happy pictures of this happy guy he is, he sees the broken glass, the blood on the table, and then on the ground. Yeah, he needs to flip through that, right? He needs to see that. Whew. So now we have Christina takes Sonny a gift and some garlic. So look, that sounds like an excuse to see daddy. But knowing your father loves to cook and knowing how important garlic is to an Italian cook, and it's organic garlic, she took him the right thing. So Blaze and Natalia showed up. They had been shopping. And Natalia says, I heard that Blaze was coming over here. She and Christina are going out to dinner. And Sonny says, well, look, why don't you guys stay here? Let me cook for you all. So, of course, Natalia is supposed to be a good cook. And she goes and Christina says, okay. And Natalia says, well, sure. So she goes to help Sonny in the kitchen. They have a nice dinner. He makes a great meal. And Natalia worked with the garlic. So they're having a good conversation and a good meal. Well, Ava comes in and says, oh, well, what do we have here? She goes, Sonny, I was just coming over to see if you wanted to go out to dinner, but I see you already eating. And he goes, yeah. And Christina's just looking up, and Blaze and Natalia are looking at her, right? And so Ava says, well, you know what? I'm famished too. I'm going to pull up a chair. And I thought, how presumptuous are we, right? For one, where was she going to fit? The table was already full. It's only a table for 4. Where was that chair going to be? And when she said that, Christina stood up and hit the table and says, I will not share a meal with you. And she goes, what? Excuse me? I will not share a meal with the woman that caused my mother to lose her law license. And Ava looked, and Sonny's like, wait, what's happening? What's going on? And Ava says, Alexis got her own self disbarred with perjuring herself. And so Christina says, yeah, but you didn't even have the guts to put your name on the statement, the affidavit you sent in. You had to do it anonymous because my mother left your brother. I will not share a meal with you. And so, because Sonny said, wait, what? Tell me what's happening. So Ava says, I'll give you the unbiased story at home. So she leaves. And Christina goes on to say, yeah, mom just found out at the hearing that it was Ava that sent this anonymous affidavit in. And she said, and she did it out, like she did it all out of revenge. She goes, I just don't understand how you could live with a woman like that. And so she looks at Blaze and she looks at Natalia. She goes, listen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I ruined dinner for going off on Ava. And Natalia's like, no, you stood up for your mother. No apologies necessary. Now, I don't know if she meant it or not, but she may have, because she goes, I would hope that my daughter would stand up for me that way. And Blaze says, of course, mommy, you know? And she says, nothing to apologize for, right? So, yeah, Christina sure did let her have it, right? So I've seen in scenes, and I'm sure you all have seen in scenes in the next General Hospital, where Sonny tells her, pack your bags, you're out of here tonight. It's going to be behind that. But see, now that's going to now Ava is going to use her ammunition against Sonny. Now she's going to figure out a way to have him lose control so she could get custody of Avery. That's going to be her next thing. She's going to now use her ammunition to get custody. Now, what's going to be interesting is when Morgan comes back, they're going to end up telling him, for one, they're going to have him come back with amnesia. That's protocol, right? Going to have amnesia. When they ask the writers, write Morgan back in. Oh, yeah, okay, for one, amnesia check, right? So wait till he finds out he was all irrational because Ava switched his medication. Man. But look, if he has amnesia, he wouldn't care, right? What medication? And they're going to be like, how you been living all these years? Because you need bipolar meds. Hopefully he found a Phyllis in wherever land he was in that could diagnose you manic depressive, like she was able to diagnose Sonny when he was in Nixon Falls, or lead him in the right direction to go get diagnosed, right? So that was pretty good. Then we have, okay. Oh, Chase. He ends up calling Diane, saying, we need your help. We need to get a temporary restraining order against my brother where his daughter's concerned. And Diane says, that could be difficult, but I could definitely have, and they told her the story. And she goes, ooh, no, I could have something drafted up in front of a judge in the morning, right? Right away. Okay. To safety of a child. So Tracy comes in and she goes, I'm glad you're here because we're going to need your help. Finn is going to fight us. So we got to be ready to protect Violet. And look, he can't come up against them. Period. He gonna be too busy looking at the bottle and the bottle calling him to think about his daughter. He gonna think about her in the beginning, but every time he get a little blow, he gonna go get drunk. Let's see what happens. So that was a good thing. Carly Spinelli comes by. Or did she call Spinelli? I can't figure that out. I think she called him. And she was saying, he goes, so I guess the visit from Sam didn't quite go. She goes, no, she played the evidence. And so he kind of talked her through it too. And she goes, no, John Case was just here with champagne. I don't know if he was trying to taunt me or what was he trying to do? She goes, but I can't let Jason have to be under their thumb to protect me. I'm going to go to Kate's and I'm going to turn myself in now. See, Carly don't think. She doesn't think. And Spinelli's like, wait, hold up. Before you do this, you do understand you would be going to jail and what would happen to your daughter, Donna? I can't think about that right now. He goes, you have to think about that. She goes, well, what makes Donna more important than Scout or than Danny or Jake? And so he goes, well, the thing is, Jason has already been away and now he's back. So you can't change what happened in the past. It's been done. Now you could prevent yourself from being taken away from your daughter. And I'm thinking, Carly Dingbat, Drew went to prison for you so that you wouldn't be taken away from Donna. And now you just for Jason. I don't want Jason to be inconvenienced anymore. I'm going to go to jail. Oh, come on, Carly. Then you should have went to jail and Drew wouldn't have had to go through none of that. Right? Charges are charges. You'd already been in jail, been out by now. And even though these are different charges they could have charged her with, but I'm just saying. So she goes, Anne, I need you to think about this. Jason did it because he loves you, and he would have done it for a number of us. Just like you're willing to now act out because you love Jason. Yes, I do. She goes, but now think. If you turn yourself in, that means the last 2.5 years or almost 3 years that Jason has been gone is in vain now. He did it for nothing. And she just stopped and she looked like, oh, yeah, wait a minute. He said, so no, what's done is done. And if you love Jason, the best thing you could do is let this play out, Carly. He is on top of it. He is going to do what he needs to do to get himself from under this. Let him do it. And she looks, she goes, you're right. Okay. You're right. She goes, but John Cates, I'm coming after him. He's not going to know what hit him. And I'm thinking, see, there you get Spinelli's looking at her like, oh, no. See, there you go. Here we go. She's going to make it worse. Carly can't think nothing through. And then I saw scenes. She's going to see Brennan. Oh, my. Whoa. She's really just stepping all in the middle of this. Wow. Instead of, who should she have gone through to, everybody? Jason. Now that she knows, go to your best friend, the person you love. Tell him what you found out. And then you let him talk you into what he wants you to do and what he doesn't want you to do, because he'll tell you why, Carly. She's not going to do that. And then when it's all said and done, he's now got to clean up yet another mess. Well, I thought, it's almost like Lucy. Hey, I thought. And look, and I'm a Carly fan, but she can make a mess out of a mess. So anyway, TJ and Molly fast forwarded them. He did a complete 180. He's been sending Molly through heck for months, being horrible, belligerent, disagreeable, and now he is just back to just his normal rational stuff. Is he bipolar? That's what I thought. Boy, you bipolar? Because you did a complete 180. And then he's consoling Molly. And now she said, I don't know, did we make a mistake? I think my sister may want to keep the baby after she has it. Oh, shut up. Sick of that. Sick of that crap. So they end up making love. And what'll be interesting is if Molly ends up getting pregnant. Because see, yes, she got scarring. Yes, she's not supposed to be able to. But guess what? In soap opera land, and not just soap opera land, sometimes women that are not supposed to be able to have kids, carry a child, end up doing it, right? So with soap opera writing, it's going to happen. But one thing that Molly didn't do, which surprised me, she didn't go through any kind of treatment, any type of surgeries to clear up that scarring, because it's scarring in her uterus. So I don't know, but we'll see what's going to happen. Well, that's it. That's it, everybody, for the daily recap of General Hospital. I'm going to go to Comment Corner. Comment Corner. Right now, I'm going to start from the top and go to the bottom. We have Dacia. Dacia says, Sam has no business Know what the FBI, or knowing what the FBI has over Jason Morgan's head is none of her business. She'll go to Jason and let him know. Wait, let him know she knows about it. And then the FBI. I don't think she'll go to the FBI. She's going to go to Jason and probably try to blackmail Jason, telling him now, you stay away from Jake, or I'm going to blow Carly out the water. How are you going to blow Carly out the water when the FBI already has the information on Carly, Sam? And now they're going to say, how did you get it? How did you find out and know about it? Because she's sure fast and quick to throw Spinelli under the bus. Spinelli hacked in. That's right. Spinelli broke the law. And then he recorded an audio and gave it to me. I don't want to even say her name. Dacia says, what about Drew Kane? He went to prison for Carly as well. What she has to say about Drew Kane might move to Washington, D.C. Dacia says, no, I think as congressman, he could still be right there at Port Charles at some building. Dacia says, I'm feeling like Dante already bored with Sam. He wanted to take his son to see his mother. GH writing should bring back Lulu Spencer and Dante putting their family back together, leaving Sam all alone without a man in her life to raise her children alone. Britt could return, finding herself back to Jason. They can be together and build a brand new life. Britt is dead. How's she gonna do that? Bring Lucky Spencer back for Elizabeth to keep her away from Jason. Lucky Spencer and Elizabeth getting back together. Nah, I don't see none of that. Natasha says, I hope Tracy threatens Finn to go to rehab instead of Chase building a case against his brother. Well, both things are going to happen. Well, not have to. Both things are happening. Why is Sam pretending to have amnesia? She knows Carly had to go to the mob meeting because Jason was shot and to protect her family from Cyrus. Instead of Sam focusing on Jason, shouldn't Sam focus on her children and Dante? Yep. Catherine says the whole situation is stupid with Sam, Carly, Jason, and all. Nothing is a secret. And what's the point? Jackie says, my first thought was Violet by herself, and Maxie didn't escort her to her father. Tracy is taking pictures for evidence. Can't wait till Monday. Aisha says, as if Sam wasn't present in Port Charles during Sonny's absence. Does Sam have no recollection how Port Charles started changing once Cyrus took up residence? I know. We had all these overdoses, and there was a whole bunch of mess. Wasn't she aware of the shootings targeting Carly's children? And the way Sam tells it, Carly got carried away while playing at being mob boss and incriminated herself with foolish need to boast that she could back up with action. This wasn't an I have nothing to say without my attorney occasion. Yeah, kind of occasion. Carly wasn't planning anything. She was fighting for her family's very survival by keeping the Corinthos organization intact and in power. If she hadn't made an impact showing at the mob meeting, the Corinthos family would have lost their seat at the table. His territory would have been carved up. Yeah, because Cyrus was already having himself vote in as the head seat. And it would have been open season on everyone and anything Corinthos related. You are right, Aisha. Great comments. Speaking of Cyrus, where's Cyrus Renault been? What's happening with him? Patty Ever After says, what's missing from the Jason, Sam, Carly combo? The fact that Jason would put his life on the line like this for anyone, excuse me, is terrible. He's a father first, so he shouldn't willingly be doing time for anyone. Well, he wasn't doing time. Uh, and look, he sure did go to jail to protect Michael, even though Sam had not had Danny yet. Yet there he is doing it for Carly. He'd do it for Michael too. He'd do it for his boys, Jake and Danny. He'd do it for Sam. So I don't know. Does it make him terrible? I don't know. And like it or not, that means more because because they're friends. Well, he loves Carly. Matter of fact, he married her. It's stupid to be doing this for friends over your kids, period. Sam was right. I'm sorry, Sam's right about what? Because didn't Sam just say, stay away from my son? Your life is dangerous. Let's say Jason didn't leave. Jason was back for 2 years. What do you think Jason would have been doing? Working for Sonny, working for the mob. So Sam would still tell him, I don't want you to see your child. So why is she up in arms? Seriously. Anyway, let me see. Anyway, let's see. JaCarly says they are rewriting the story now because Sam knew why Carly took over the business when Sonny and Jason were both gone. And then she knew that they were getting married so that Carly wouldn't die. She sure did, because they told Sam they were getting married, or Jason did, or Carly did, or they both did, whatever. Sam knew why, and she gave her blessing. She was hurt, but she knew. Yeah, she was like, oh man, he's really gonna marry her, but she knew. And now she's acting like Carly really had a choice. JaCarly says, also thinking back on the last thing Sam said to Spinelli, that choose to abandon his family for Carly, so he's going to have to deal with the consequences. Yep, that's what she said, something like that. I wonder what she meant by that. She is going to let the tape out. If she does that, that puts her and Spinelli in jeopardy, as it should. Now the FBI will be on her. Well, no, she's going to throw Spinelli under the bus and say, Spinelli, you got to protect me because I don't want to leave Scout and Danny. Yet Spinelli has Georgie and Maxie's kids. So, what's going to happen? Says Sam is very angry right now. She tends to do stupid things. Yes, she does. JaCarly says, love Tracy's scenes. They have really softened Tracy. Her relationship with Gregory was great for her. Finn can't compete with the Quartermain lawyers. I know, who are these lawyers though, because it kind of seemed like they're getting Diane. And the money that BOQ and Chase have access to, with testimony from Liz, Alexis, Tracy, and little Violet herself. He has no job. He doesn't stand a chance. He needs to do rehab for 90 days, which is what Tracy offered, then come back because I don't want Violet to lose both of her parents. And then JaCarly also says, now Sam knows how Carly, she should know that once she took the information to Carly, that Carly was going to feel guilty and try to fix things, which is most likely will make things worse. That is true. And Jessica says, I never liked Tracy until now, but now I like and respect her. You go, lady. Luke would be proud. All right, everybody. That is it. That's it for Comic Corner for today. I will be back tomorrow with another daily recap of General Hospital.